I started in this trade as an apprentice back in 1984, and I was literally taken on. Luckily, the firm that I worked for was run by 6 craftsmen, sign writers, and designers, and I was kind of lucky to get in with those guys. My dad was looking out for me to try and get a job when leaving school. I left school at 16, and I literally went straight into a YTS course, youth training course, which was known back then as, I think, like, we got £25 a week, and we literally had 4 days working with a firm or a craftsman. You know, somebody would take us on, and then we'd have a day at college. And I think at the time there wasn't any sign writing courses, but they had to go 1 day a week to this college, and I, believe it or not, I had to do dressmaking for a whole for a whole year. So I'm a seamstress as well, and I actually made my wife a dress, not my wife, but sorry, my girlfriend at the time, a dress, which was kind of really funny. And it was like, "What are you doing? This is madness. What are you doing?" So I said, "Well, I've got to do this to pass the course." So that was part of the training at the time, but it was fun. But I worked there at Harmony Signs, and I got myself an apprenticeship there, and they took me on after 5 years of training. So literally I was being trained all that time, and then I had a full-time job there with them, and that was the best part. And just getting in there with those guys was just phenomenal, and they taught me so much. And you know, out of the 6, 7 people that I knew at the time, there's only one guy left now. He's 85. He lives in Sidmouth, and he's still pretty good on the brush, and he's more of a watercolor artist these days. But so that's kind of where I kind of started and where I got into the trade. And then from there, I literally left the Harmony Signs probably around about 1992, 93, and then decided to go self-employed. And that was after actually working with Whitbread as well, doing gibbet signs and double-sided pictorial signs, and just getting involved with a lot of those types of that type of trade. So quite a few different angles of the trade being shown to me over those years, really, picking up the experience and stuff. So that was lovely. In fact, I've got a couple of photographs I was going to show you of Harmony Signs when I was working with these guys, and some of them are quite strict, actually. So you can imagine when you first start off, you're literally sweeping the floor and making the tea, and that was on and off for like a good sort of 6 months, and then they gradually bring you into the trade and stuff. So that was really nice. So that's kind of where I started, and then from there it just opened up when I went self-employed and getting used to work. You know, in the 90s, it was kind of before social media, really. And you know, I always often say, I mean, social media was fantastic, and it really has helped me kind of over these years. But back in the 90s, I always felt like I got more work done. But you know, it's got its swings and roundabouts there, and it's really, really clever now. We can all connect like this, and so that's the beauty of social media for me, and connecting with people, and younger people as well, that wanted to come into this craft. Since 1996, I've been trying to teach people and trying to keep it alive. And you know, it's nice to just pass on the skills, as we all know. And to date, I think there's something like 1,200 people have been through the course now, which is nice. And they're around about sort of 2- and 4-day classes. I'm still going to teach as I always have done, because I think that's my biggest passion, is just passing it on, really.